Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Your two favorite hosts tonight, myself, my co-host Matt J. Ball, not Feroz. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. It's nice to see Chelsea winning, Chelsea scoring lots of goals, even if it is Wrexham. Um,
Correct.
but it's a good start to pre-season. Hopefully, it goes on.
No, definitely for sure, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. We've already got 40 people tuning in. We got every single one of you lot in the stream already. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Let us know where you tune in from as well. What times and what country. I want to hear that, man. And as I said, people, there'll be a video or stream every single day on this channel. So please search for this channel, people. But yeah, like Matt said, people, 5-0. I know it's Wrexham, like Matt said, but it was fantastic, free-flowing football, quick play, no nonsense from the players. Obviously, there was a few formation changes and players weren't really up to scratch, but there were players that actually stood out. Who stood out for you the most, Matt?
I think you've got the obvious ones of Angelo Gabriel, Jackson, Moreira. I think Moreira was a bit one that some people were gassing him up and some people didn't rate it, but he kind of set up. He was involved in both goals, so I don't really get how you can say he's not played well, but set up both goals in the first half. But there you go. Generally, I think most of the young guys had a good performance. I thought Maatsen did really well in his role at left wing. Obviously, it's not his primary position, but he has played there with the youth team. The youth team is very good with its left backs and full backs of allowing them to play in attacking roles, left mid, left wing, to get them used to attacking and make them forward thinking, and that's what gets the best out of Maatsen. So I think he did very well. Other players were so. Usuals, your Gallagher's. I felt like he was running around a lot as usual, but normally running after his first touch. Chalobah was okay, but
Captain.
enough. Yeah, but with all the young players out there, it was not. Of course, he's probably one of the oldest ones there. Yeah, Chalobah was okay, but nothing special.
Chilwell, even though he got the goal.
Chilwell, yeah. Apart again, and I'm going to include Nkuku in this. Apart from the goals, bit quiet. Obviously, I do think with Chilwell, he's always been someone that takes a bit longer to get used to pre-season. Because I think we had the same questions last year. Obviously, he was coming off an injury, so that's an extra thing. But I do think you do get certain players that are a bit late bloomers at first part of pre-season. They do take a bit of time to get into it. But I think most what I liked was the energy from all the players. It looked like we fit. It looked like we wanted to run and push. Obviously, again, it is Wrexham, but they are still 11 professional football players.
You know what I think it is? It's finally seeing Chelsea play actual football and scoring goals. A manager just trying to get the best out of the players. And of course, the youngsters I think the average size was about 19 years old. Maybe it's wrong, but I think it's around 19 on average, which is absolute phenomenal. And obviously, I think we play Barnet next, but I'm a bit confused. Are they playing Barnet in the US or what's going on?
It was Brighton.
Oh, we've got players back in Chelsea still going to be playing against Barnet.
You've got the B team, youth team.
Oh, basically, Sammy wants to go there. He asked me to go with him. It's like £12.
Yeah, because it's at Barnet Stadium, isn't it?
Yeah. I might go.
There's been a few teams, a few of the bigger teams have played there the last week or two. But yeah, that'll be your Hudson Odoi. I don't know whether Lukaku's going to turn up.
Lukaku's there. Lukaku has to be there. Let's watch him for the last time, people.
I think you'll probably have your Broziers that are not quite fit enough to be on the tour. I don't know whether when is the game? Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Depends on when Reece James goes out. They may play James and then fly him out. Depends on, I don't know how ill he is, but they may just give him a game in there and then fly him out. But it'll be your other. I don't know who's going to play in goal because all the goalkeepers are here. So that's a bit confusing. Maybe they'll pick out someone from the fans to go in goal. It's Barnet, so they might as well. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yes, Saranov, we're saying that Barnet are playing Chelsea in the UK. That's what I'm saying. I'll go to the game to watch Lukaku in HD for the final time, maybe as a Chelsea player. Hudson-Odoi. We need to feast people. Bring these guys back to Chelsea Football Club, said Matt once. It is what it is.
You're funny.
No, James is on his way, and Lukaku isn't part of the squad.
I don't know if he's on his way yet, Wayne.
Yeah, it's not confirmed, man. I don't like these Wayne sources.
I think because my logic is obviously if he flies, I don't think he's going to be ready to play Brighton Saturday. So my logic would be you play him against Barnet and then fly him off. But I don't know.
Well, apparently to Wayne is already flying.
Wayne, send me the source of where you got that from.
No Facebook sources, please.
Yeah, no Facebook sources like Alfred.
Let's get into the first topic. One I'm a bit surprised of, not in terms of the situation, but the target itself. Former Chelsea player. Palace want 50 million for Marc. Matt, should we be looking at this type of player?
No, this is where I question. Obviously we have the sell-on clause.
Yes.
So do we pay 50 million and then we have some come back?
Correct.
How much is the sell-on clause?
I think it was about between 20 and 30%, not confirmed, but around that.
So you're saying 20%, that's 10.
Go on, let's see your maths. Let's see your maths, son. Come on, son.
10 million pounds.
Yeah, minimum 10 million pounds.
Effectively, correct. You're buying for 40.
Is that worth it?
I think he's improved since we sold him, and we sold him for 25. So I don't think it's a ridiculous out. I would try and negotiate it down a little bit so it ends up being below 30, about 35. But if I was to pay 40, I wouldn't be totally against it. I mean, he's a good player. He's done very well for Palace.
He's the captain, though.
Yeah, he's captain there. So he's learning. He's experienced, and he has done. I think the only thing that worries me about Guehi, and it's something that is always worried about. It's not really improved since he's been at Palace. He's not got very good aerially. So I think you do need to pair him with someone that is good in the air, which Badiashile is good in the air. I don't know how good Cole is in the air, but you do want to pair him with the right centre back, and that's why him and Anderson work quite well because Anderson is quite good in the air. Actually, just think about that. I wouldn't mind going after Anderson. I wouldn't be totally against it because he scores quite a lot of goals from headers. He's a very commanding centre back. So if we were looking to go for someone that is a stopgap option to see how Fofana does, I don't see why it would be very left field, and I think people would look at it and go, "Oh no," because it's not a fancy Brazilian name or whatever. But I wouldn't be totally against it.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Humphreys, by the way.
He's not ready. He's not ready. I mean, he had a good loan in Germany last year, but I think another 12-month loan, and then maybe next season we'll see what you got.
Cool. So what is next target? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna act like I knew this guy before. I'm not gonna act like I watched this guy religiously or anything like that. Matt, I don't know if you can echo what I'm saying.
I was sent something before he was linked to me.
From who? You got the sources from who? Who gave you the source?
No, just a friend from Belgium, Belgian friend, because he's been linked to. He was linked to moving to Belgium years ago. Never turned up, and he's like, "Oh, we should have." He always goes, "Oh, we should have got him because look how good he's doing." So I know a little bit about him, but I've not watched him properly.
So, have you researched into him recently? Because this is like I've seen this yesterday, and I thought, all right, cool. It must be an internal thing going on here, because obviously
But
Todd Bowley's in
he's
touch.
been linked for the last couple of weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, he's been linked for the last couple of weeks, but it has always been, we're going to send you to Strasbourg type thing.
And
He's done
apparently
quite well.
he's not happy. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go there, according to the latest report.
I'd understand it in a way, because if you look at him, he scored 19 goals, taken Montpellier to 12th in the French league, and they finished above Strasbourg. So he looks and goes, well, is that really a good step for progression? The thing is, there's other clubs interested. So there's clubs like Frankfurt. I would say Frankfurt is a bigger step in his development compared to Strasbourg. I think you'd also look at it and go, well, you've got Nicholas Jackson and Brozier currently as the two Chelsea strikers. I think while he looks at that and goes, well, I can compete with them too, fine. So I think he would kind of look to push. I don't think he's completely ready. I've also seen something now. I have been also told that it might be fake, so I'm not going to repeat it on this channel, but something legally that if that's true, I wouldn't want to sign him at all. So.
Oh yeah, I saw off the pitch, right? Something.
Yes, off the pitch.
I saw in the comments. I didn't look into it properly, but I did see something.
I looked into a little bit. Do you remember they had that French journalist that just put a load of big stuff out?
Yeah,
it was within that big dossier stuff.
I need to check that after the stream.
Yeah, so. I don't want to say it on the stream because, it's not exactly something you want to.
That's why I thought it was his cousin. I saw something. It was his cousin or something.
It could be fake. It could be wrong. But I'm saying if that's true, I think Chelsea just stay clear. But you never know with these sort of things with footballers.
Well, I'm sure we'll look into it soon. But if Chelsea are looking to sign the player, they must have done their due diligence. There's no way we'll be signing anyone like that. Fabrice did also say, not Fabrizio, but Fabrice also said the player's not decided yet. Everything can happen. I think he means anything can happen.
Fabrice said something else very interesting very recently.
What did he say?
About Vlahovic.
What did he say?
Apparently their PSG are not looking to sign him because they're worried about something in his medical.
Oh, no.
So we could be seeing Lukaku back at Chelsea.
No.
Absolutely tragic. Sadiq's going to have his dream come true.
Like, me, to respect me, man. You and Colin need to respect me a lot, because talking of respect, this one here, Matt J. Bull, I've got a couple words for you. Moises Caicedo. Now, we're going to run it back. And I know what you're going to say when I mention the City targets and the failed medical so far, but I need to put it out there that other clubs are making huge progress. Andre Onana, 48.5 million, finalized deal for Manchester United. We were linked with this player, Goalkeeper, a month ago. We were told around 65 to 70 million euros. United have got him for cheaper. United have got the done deal. United have spent less time. We are wasting time. We are taking too long. Now, I want to clarify a few things. I didn't say you're not a real Chelsea fan yesterday. But it's this type of situation where it's like we are afraid to speak the truth. And it's not about being impatient. It's that we want the best for the squad. We want the team to gel, especially in preseason. We want them to get used to each other. We've seen Declan Rice be announced before the preseason tour. Yes, it took a while, but they got there in the end and the player has been signed. They introduced the player before the start of the preseason. And I feel like for chemistry, we just see them come out for the games. That's all we see. We don't know behind the scenes. We don't know the bonding. Now, we're talking about a very young team. The players that we saw yesterday, very capable, very huge potential. But we need to make sure that every single one of these players are giving 100%. We want them to do the best for the badge. And I feel like Caicedo has come out and said, I want to leave. I can't say no to the club. He has done everything from his side. Okay. He has come out and said everything right now. I've even seen clips of him. The guy don't look happy.
If I was Caicedo, I'd be taking tips from Lukaku right now.
Well, no, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that because that means he can do it for Chelsea.
I think he should hand in official transfer request.
I'm sure it's going to come to that very soon. But why would he?
I mean, he hasn't done it yet, so I think he needs to do it now.
But why does he have to do it now if Chelsea should go out?
If he really wants this move now and he wants to get here now and get this deal done, you hand it in now. Because
so you're pushing it more towards the player.
Huh?
You're pushing it more towards the player. You're not.
No, but I think Caicedo can do his bit. Because to be honest, the whole reason at the moment, from the newest reports, that we're in this problem is Brighton are turning around and going, well, he signed a new contract in January. If I was Caicedo, I'd be sacking his agent right now. The fact that you signed a new contract without putting a release clause in, that's your own fault. That's just foolish. Again, it's this whole Harry Kane thing with Daniel Levy, gentleman's agreement. You can't trust football clubs nowadays to agree on gentlemen's agreements. You can't trust a fair price, again, which is just words, because Brighton can say 100 million is fair, and they're trying to say that Enzo Fernandez is fair, even though Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup winner. They're trying to say Declan Rice, even though Declan Rice has a wealth of experience. England captain, international, West Ham captain. But no, they don't take that into account. They just want to try and put it there, right? I think Chelsea are doing the best that they can to try and get the deal properly, because at the end of the day, I will maintain my point. We cannot keep just paying price after price after price after price. Otherwise, clubs are going to continuously put stupid prices out there. And even I've seen it today. Fulham reportedly want 90 million for João Palhinha. I'm sorry, but I like João Palhinha. I actually would like. I would have considered him as a Chelsea target, but not at 90 million pounds. And that's when you look and go, well, if João Palhinha potentially would go, well, he won't, because West Ham won't pay that. But if he was to go, if Fulham are trying to get 90 for him, then I can understand fucking Brighton trying to get 100 for Caicedo. But my point is, Chelsea know that no one else is currently interested. There are murmurings of Arsenal. There are murmurings of Liverpool. But nothing. Every time it comes out from mainly fans, reputable journalists come out and say that no one else is interested. So Chelsea have the time.
So if Liverpool do end up signing Caicedo, what would you say, honestly? Your honest opinion?
Well, we've dropped the ball, but I don't think Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea are stupid enough to allow that to happen. I think they'll know whether Liverpool are interested or not, and you can see Liverpool are knees deep into the Lavia deal. They've got their own stuff. I don't think they will go. I think if they wanted Caicedo that badly, they would have gone for him now. Arsenal do not have the money left for Caicedo unless they make a significant sale, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Again, I think they might look at a cheaper option if they are to get another midfielder. There is no one else linked. So Chelsea do have the right to take a little bit of time. And I think Chelsea are looking at and going, well, if we can get a good price, and because of that, strengthen our reputation in terms of not just paying any odd fee, and maybe what Caicedo doesn't get a week or two in pre-season, I think they're just going to take that risk. I don't think it's the end of the world, because I think it seems to be a recent thing of we have to get our signings in now. There are plenty of times before in the olden days where deals were going through late August. So starting now, all of a sudden, everyone wants deals done before pre-season, which I get. I get it. I'm not denying the fact that Caicedo coming in pre-season would be helpful, but sometimes it is what it is. Business is business. I would argue most of the big deals that have gone through have either been release clauses, which are not hard to negotiate. You pay the release clause or you don't. And other deals like Declan Rice, West Ham said they wanted to sell him as soon as possible. So there was an idea of they wanted to push that deal through quickly, whereas Brighton don't seem to have that same opinion. There's not Saudi deals have gone different ways, but when you put that much money on the table, they get done quickly. There's not really been any other big deals that haven't been release clauses or in that magnitude. Harry Kane is a perfect example. Would you argue Bayern Munich are taking too long to sign Harry Kane? Or does that logic only happen with Chelsea? But my point would be, you've got to take everything into context. Brighton, like Tottenham, are very tough negotiators. It is hard to get deals through with these clubs. And I respect Chelsea for not just putting 100 million on the table. Otherwise, any old centre-back that we're going to get, people are going to just put 70, 80 million on the table. And Chelsea are going to be priced out of every move. We can't keep spending 70 million on every single player. So I respect that Chelsea are trying to get the best fee they can. If push comes to shove, they may end up just paying it. One thing I was discussing with a few people on Twitter was, would there be a potential thing of Chelsea putting through a little source out that Chelsea are pursuing Tchouaméni, just to see what Brighton do and react to it? Because I feel like if Brighton feel the deal's going away, that might pressure them to make the deal. Because realistically, as good as Brighton are, I don't think they're repeating the season they've had this season.
No, 100%.
So that means they may get less money for Caicedo next time, and he'll be a year into his contract. So I think there is the thing of Brighton needs to be very careful.
Yeah, before I disappear for 5 minutes, I just want to mention this article quickly. I need to go pray. Chelsea or Spain are the most, I don't know why Spain, why not a football club, but are the most likely destinations for Robert Sanchez. Brighton are also open to a loan. It also says under Chelsea are going to have to cough up if they want Caicedo. Brighton believe he is as good, if not a better player than Declan Rice, who moved to 105 million. This is from the Brighton bias, of course.
But that's the thing. I think that is Brighton peddling sources through the media, and I think Chelsea should do the same, because they're trying to play that way. And it's very easy to try and manipulate sources. And Andy Naylor's probably getting not necessarily a brown envelope, but he's get. It might not even be brown envelope. It might be just more knowledge into the club, more insight, which is just as valuable as a brown envelope to a journalist.
Yeah, and before I disappear, what do you make of the goalkeeper on loan, at least?
I don't really get why Brighton want to loan him out, if I'm honest.
Yeah, why would they actually loan him out?
I mean, he's their first choice goalkeeper, unless they've got some new goalkeeper. They have, actually, to be fair, they have bought a younger goalkeeper, but I don't think he's from Belgium, that's why I know. He could play first choice, but that would be a very bold thing for Brighton to loan out an experienced goalkeeper and put a 19-year-old in goal. I don't know. That seems a bit, unless this Robert Sanchez wants to leave, and that's. But then again, why would they loan him out? Bemuses me that. I mean, it's just as bemusing as the second one he put out. I think Andy Naylor's just been smoking a bit of weed, really.
sounds like minerals for sure, people.
He's spending a bit too much time with them university students down in Brighton.
Johnny's been supporting the youngsters now. He's starting to believe in them.
Of course. He's gone from kindergarten FC to, look at Angelo. He's the next Neymar, putting pictures out in Neymar. What a fool. Oh, what a fool.
Unreal.
He's such a wet wipe. Oh, Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad Carlito literally called him out. It's the first time I probably agree with Carlito. But yeah, I don't know how these people get away with these stuff, but that's how social media is today as well, people. Guys, over 100 people tuned in. If you guys can like the video, especially if you want Lukaku out, subscribe and hit the bell notification. As I said, daily videos, daily streams on this channel during the transfer window. Send a super chat if you want to support the channel. That's Serena. If we hit 50 likes at least minimum, like the video if you want Lukaku out. I'm going to let Matt J. Ball talk for the next 5-6 minutes discussing your questions, or if he wants to talk about anything on himself. But yeah, a lot of people just ask about Caicedo, man. But like he said, we might have to cough up the money, Matt J. Ball.
Yeah. I mean, guys, put your questions in the chat and I'll try and answer them as honestly as I can. Starting with CAA Mafia, big up to you. I think he had a falling out with De Zerbi and isn't happy in the locker room. That could have happened. I don't know Brighton's kind of dressing room dynamic. But then again, I wouldn't understand why alone. Wouldn't you just want to get rid of him and get some money in? Especially now you've already bought a goalkeeper. Surely that he's still going to be falling out after a year. Maybe it's a loan to an option to a buy. In terms of Robert Sanchez, I do like the goalkeeper, so I wouldn't necessarily be unhappy with that. But I think with the fact that Chelsea now have to get a centre-back, potentially are still looking at a striker and another midfielder, I think goalkeeper was already getting pushed off the table and now has been completely shelved. I think it will be Kepa and it will be either Selena or apparently Jamie Cummins is looking to potentially be the second choice goalkeeper, which is a good goalkeeper, so I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. I just wouldn't want Kepa as first choice, but there you go. It is what it is. Let's have a look at some other comments. There's a lot of Caicedo. Big up to Axel Liren. How are you doing about Ryan Shirky? Why haven't Chelsea made an offer yet? Man City and others are now targeting Shirky. Chelsea, don't be too late to buy Shirky. I think it's a mixture of, obviously, Caicedo is getting most of the attention. And a mixture of Chelsea do want to look at Moreira. Chelsea want to look at Angelo Gabriel a little bit in pre-season. If they feel that them players can particularly play on the wing as the fourth choice, they might look at it and go, right, we don't need to pay £50 million for Ryan Shirky right now. I personally, while I rate the player technically on the ball, I am not too happy with his off-the-ball work, especially if he was to play out wide. So it is what it is. I think there are better players out there to get. But yeah, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm not overly fussed. Big up to Saranaf with the $5 Canadian super chat. Big up viewers, Sadiq, his cat, and Matt. Mention to Pochettino to react to halftime whistle. Shows the mentality. We're having a good old Chelsea cooking bee. I think Pochettino, the aura, which is the word that's been used around, I think is good. He's showing, at least with his words and body language, that he's the man. He needs to back that up on the field, which I'm sure he will. Big up to the 99 people that have tuned in. Make sure you smash the like button because I guarantee we haven't got 99 likes. Let's have a look right now, see how many likes we've got. But guys, make sure you smash the like button because every like brings more people to the channel and we want to have more people on the channel so we can debate and have a good chat going on. Let's have a look. Lyndon Sparrow, I haven't seen you on the channel, but big up to yourself. What's your opinion on us going into the centre-back market? Do you feel comfortable with Chalobah? Nope, I do not feel comfortable with Chalobah. I think if we wanted to sell him, I don't think we should change that just because Fofana's got injured. I think we should go into the market for another centre-back because realistically, that was something that we'd probably look at next season because of Thiago Silva. Potentially going if he does go. So I just would bring that forward simply. I think Chelsea will be prepared. They will have a list of targets that they'll need to narrow down that they would have had ready. And I don't see a problem with going for it. Obviously, it's got to be the right centre back. It can't just be anyone. And that's why I was speaking to Carlito about this, and I put 5 options, and my 5th option was keeping Chalobah, just because anything else, you might as well keep him. Obviously, it depends who we can get, but hopefully Chelsea can sort that out once Caicedo comes through, because I think that will kick things on for other signings. We need number 10 back up for interview. Yes, I still think Carney can play there. I wouldn't be. I would maybe prefer putting Carney in the number 10 position, and then potentially getting another number 6, number 8 role. Obviously, you've got Santos potentially to be the deputy to Caicedo. So maybe it's looking at someone to deputise for Enzo Fernandez, which I don't know who out there is, but I'm sure Chelsea will have options there to fulfil that role. Let's have a look at CAA Matthew again. Matt, if Caicedo stays and has another good season in the Premier League and Europa League, how much would he be worth next year? He'd only be 22. It depends. If he has a good season, then it will definitely be 100 million plus. It depends on other deals, because different deals change the market. Market is only going up if you're having good seasons. But if Brighton don't finish in the top 6 or top 7, which I think is a possibility, and they're out of Champions League, then that brings down the price potentially, especially if Caicedo maybe doesn't have as good a season. You never know. Things can happen, especially if Caicedo goes into this season not feeling happy about being at Brighton. That will make his levels drop. So I think it depends on how Caicedo's mind is, but it's all if, buts and maybes. What does he said? Noni also has potential for that role. Vivo saw him as the heir to Nkunku. I'd like to see just Noni out on the wing at the moment, but in future potentially. I don't know what made you sad, Alfred, but I'll try not to make you sad again. Let's see. Let's get some questions from some other people we haven't taken. Big up to, Jabulani Nixumalo. If I butchered that, I'm sorry, mate. I'm not very good with English names, let alone names from other countries. Can we take the Mount, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Ampty money and sign Caicedo and Shirky, please? The problem is some of that has gone into balancing FFP from last year, so it's not necessarily all that money is there for this window. But I do think the money is there. I think Chelsea are just trying to negotiate the right price. What we've got to remember, is that we've already lost effectively 25 million from sponsorships now that we can't get Stake or Paramount. I'm not blaming anyone in particular, Sadiq. But we've already lost money commercially, so we do need to. That will hit transfer money, because Chelsea can't go into financial problems. We're all good for now, but we can't keep hitting it. Transfers will come. I think people just got to be a bit more patient. They will come. It's just taking a bit longer. It'll be fine. Big up to Saranaf. Between giving Angelo a chance in right wing or bringing in a new player, hypothetically like Pedro signing, which one would you pick? I want to see Angelo in a couple more games. I don't want to judge this off Wrexham, because as lovely as a fairy tale Wrexham is, they are 4 leagues below us, and they've only just entered that 4th league. So I would want to see how he does against the likes of Brighton, Newcastle, Dortmund, and then maybe make a decision. And that could be why Chelsea are not necessarily getting players now, because they want to give him a chance and have a look and see. Alfred wanting Chalobah gone. Well, if it helps, I don't want Cavani here either. So if that makes you any more sad, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Irishman, big up to you for joining once again. Who are we looking for as an alternative to Caicedo apart from Lave? I still think, I know he has just said that Tchouaméni won't come. I think if the price is right, I think Real Madrid would be willing to sell if it means potentially getting someone else. I've also seen that Verratti is available. Now, that is not necessarily the number 6, so that is your Enzo type role. But I would love to bring Marco Verratti to this club. Other options, it's hard. Are you looking at players like Barella? Are you looking? I would personally, if he, as long as he's not £90 million, I like Palhinha from Fulham. I think he'd choose us over West Ham, even though West Ham are in European competition. But we've got to wait and see what's happening with that. And Sadiq is back. Big up to Wayne, though, for the £5 super chat. I think you and others are missing the big picture when it comes to the forward positions. But big up anyway. Smash the like button. I hope I can join in. Wayne.
Should we get Wayne on?
Why not? And he can tell us what big picture we're missing.
Saranath, Alfred, should you get the whole gang?
Why not? We've got a bit of time. And big up to the
if they message me from now, I'll give them the link. So Saranath, Alfred, Wayne. If you guys message me this second, then I'll give it to you guys right now. But obviously I've not heard what you've been talking about, but thank you for covering. We got Eric as well. We'll answer this one very quickly as well. What's this? Hang on. Better to stop discussing Caicedo. Useless obsession. Better things to talk about.
Okay. I mean, I'm not obsessing with it. I've told everyone to calm down. It will happen. Just take your time. So I'm technically doing what Tune wants of them. But there you go.
If we get Caicedo, well, back to Caicedo anyway. But if you get Caicedo, and I have to loan Santos or Caicedo, who would you loan out?
I don't know, because Casadei's had a loan out. Santos hasn't. So logically, you'd look and go, we'll bring Casadei in. But I would say Casadei has a lot of interest from a lot of good clubs. So I would maybe give Casadei another year. And I think there's more. Enzo Fernandez is going to be that main cog of the midfield. So I'd argue Casadei is the deputy to Enzo Fernandez and maybe wouldn't get as much game time. So I think I would probably look at sending Casadei out on loan, bringing Santos in, keeping him around, see how he does. And if Santos doesn't necessarily pull up a lot of trees, send him out on loan, which is fine. He's very young, so he's got a lot of time to develop, and he might need a loan, but we'll see. It's worth giving him the chance. But again, let's see how he does in the next couple of games, and we can maybe change my mind.
Yeah. We got my two guests, Wayne Moulds, Alfred. Unfortunately, no Saranoff, of course, but I want to point out to Wayne, I cannot add you anymore, bro, after this, if you're not on camera, man. I always want you on camera, bro. Always.
Well, not tonight, but from now on, if I come on, I'll be on camera.
Yeah. Please. Well, big up to you, Wayne. How are you?
Dealing with a lot at the moment, but I'm good.
I'm happy to hear from you again. I wanted to point out one of your points earlier. If I can find it again. Oh, yeah, it's from your super chat. Apologies. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. I think you and others are missing a big picture when it comes to forward positions. Let's hear from you.
I don't think we need to buy any more forward positions. I think we've got enough in the bank. I look at it. What we're aiming for this year is we want to obviously do well, but it's top 4 to get back in the Champions League and do well in the other competitions and build our squad and build the reputation back up from what it was last year. So I don't think we need to go in balls going for all these big stars. Akuku's where he said his main position is a centre forward. That's where he wants to play. And Jackson can play there. And we've got Broja as well. So I think forwardly, as a striker, we are set. And then you look at it looks like they're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1. And you look at, we've got Maduki, we've got Mudryk, Sterling. Jackson can play either wing as well. Okuku can do it and play behind. As you said, Chukwemeka. And you've got this young Brazilian and Portuguese player as well. So we've got enough forward in the forward positions, and even put Gallagher there if need be. These days we can move him more in the central attacking.
Why you lost me when you said Gallagher?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying if he stayed. I'm not saying I want him to stay. I'm saying if he stays. Well, I'm saying we've got enough there. Yes, I think we might need to buy one more defensive midfielder, and obviously Caicedo's the main target. I don't know who else. I'll be honest. I'm not going to sit and name players because I don't know. Marco Verratti. I truly think we have got a good squad where it needs maybe a couple of players in but we don't have to go all out and being stupid. I think we're doing the right thing. I don't think we should be paying 100 million for Caicedo. I think we're doing the right thing in that sense. And if you look at it, we're more balanced now as a squad. Yes, it's young. I admit it is young, but I don't think that's a problem. I know everyone says you can't win things with youth, but
you can't.
How many times we've gone down this road and we bought players on the other end of the scale, and look where it's got us. We're going a different way. Our whole philosophy is completely changed, and I think we need to be more behind the squad, behind the manager, behind the owners. Stop with this childish Twitter, with Caicedo and all that sort of bollocks. And people like you mentioned him earlier, who's 1 minute he's shouting and slagging the owners off because what they're doing with selling, and now all of a sudden he's talking about our new Brazilian is going to be the new Neymar. Don't need to do all that. That's just petty. And we need to start being more mature and looking at it as a bigger picture. And it frustrates me. Like I'm not thinking it like, oh yeah, we're back because we won 5-0 against Wrexham. I like the formation what we started to play with. I like the philosophy what Pochettino's bringing in, and I can see potential in certain players. Like Gusto, I think was very positive. I liked how he played at the right back in the first half. I was very in the midfield. For me, you know this, League. I've been saying this all summer. Midfield, we don't need anyone because we've got Santos come back and Caicedo. They played that game like they've both been playing it for ages and been there for ages. And that's what I mean. It just frustrates me with all this talk about, we need so many players. We don't. It's getting on board of being... it makes me sick. It actually makes me physically sick listening to our fan base right now. You got to be more like me or Alfred, who's more relaxed and know what's going on and not bothered. And we know what's going to happen, and we're fine where it's happening. Matt, no, you're a minding fucker. I'm not going there with you.
Hey, what that? Hold on.
Hey, shut up. Shush. You're not talking. You've been talking for 40 minutes. It's my turn. Shush. And it's time we all be more supportive of the club. And it frustrates me big time.
Well, can I just say, you are now officially the new Minerals brother or uncle, whoever you want to be. Thank you for the lovely speech. I feel like you've always said about the midfield, which you stuck with it. I respect that, but it's not the way forward. I'm sorry, it's not the way forward. We are not going to get anywhere far if we stick like this. There's no way. We have to sign Caicedo. And if it means that I know you're not proper directing that at me, but I can come under that bracket because I want Caicedo. I want this deal done ASAP. And Alfred might be patient and stuff, but I'm sure Alfred wants Caicedo in right now as well.
I'm not saying not to bring him in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting there saying we shouldn't bring him in and all that. I'm just saying we shouldn't panic over it. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't need to panic.
Why not?
because we have got players there. Like Enzo didn't even play yesterday. We've got Elye Caicedo. We've got Santos, and obviously Gallagher can be there. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but he can play there. And we have got like people who can play in that position if need be. So I am not sitting here panicking right now. I don't think we need to.
I'll see you in mid-August, my friend. I'll see you in mid-August. How about that? We are less than a month away from the Premier League. If we don't sign these players, I don't want to hear any of you guys complain. I don't want to hear it in September, October, whenever it is. I don't want to hear you guys complain. We'll let Alfred speak because we haven't heard Alfred. Welcome, Alfred. It's been a while. You look a lot more healthier as well. I hope everything's good. Yeah, he's muted. So we'll skip him for now, people. He is muted. We'll kick him off as well. He's lacking match fitness right now. He's come back from an injury. He's struggling on the mic. He's surprised. He looks like he's moving like Lukaku. Why is he being dropped? But we'll bring in Cavani, people. Matt Jable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit shocked, Wayne. I've been on the idea of Caicedo calm. Just keep it calm. But that's fine. If you want to switch sides, it's fine. But yeah, all jokes and love and well. Big 50 Cent vibes here. I do agree with Wayne to a point.
Testing.
I do think we need more than one midfielder, but forward line, I think we could be okay. We'll see. I want to see how these guys do other than Wrexham. But we'll see how they do against Brighton, Newcastle. They're the big tests.
Yeah, definitely. I think I heard Alfred. Alfred, are you back?
Yes. Friggin'
Yes.
computers just doing what they do sometimes for no fucking reason, changing the settings of the microphone and changing it to something else. Piece of shit. Anyway, I'm
Welcome
back.
back.
Thank you. It's nice to see you guys. It has been a while. Nice to be back on with you guys. I just want to say, hang on, put my camera back on. I just wanted to say that I'm actually really excited at the moment. I'm feeling so good. I've been loving all the stuff Poch has been saying. I think he's just been given such a winning mentality in his press conferences, and I've actually loved what I've heard on the pitch. On the pitch, we looked a lot better than we have been in a long time, even though it was a pre-season friendly. I absolutely loved what I saw because in every fucking game last season, basically, we struggled to score one goal, let alone 5. So pre-season or not, bring it on, 5 goals. I'll take that every day after all the crap we saw last season. So, yeah, I'm so excited to see what happens for the rest of the pre-season, and then I'm absolutely dying for the Premier League to start as well. I can't wait.
Definitely well said. Matt Jable's message to Wayne was simply why are you taking Matt, Wayne, man? That wasn't nice, man.
No, I won't just attack Matt. I was just with Matt because I know he can take it with me. So me and him are more worse than that on our little private chat. So it's not a problem. Me and we go back and forth. We do it with the football women's at the moment.
With Wayne, with these private chats of Wayne, I'd have to call the police with the abuse I get from Wayne. Domestic violence.
Oh, I know how he is.
Hang on. You said you like that sort of thing. Don't go there with me.
That sounds a bit wrong, but we'll keep it there. We'll keep it PG, people. We'll keep it PG. We know what Wayne's capable of. We had other people crying to me recently on the phone.
Is it Angela?
Oh yeah, let's not go there. I don't want to get the violin out.
Let's get the violin, people. Let's get the violin. People crying right now. Alfred.
Yes.
It's good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Obviously, we've spoken recently. I've installed WhatsApp on your phone because you didn't know what WhatsApp was. But welcome to the new gen.
Down here, WOG parents and old people use WhatsApp. You know.
That's what I think about Facebook. That's what we think about Facebook.
Yeah.
Old people.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Yeah. All right, fair enough.
But listen, Alfred, give us your opinion on Caicedo. Are you agreeing with Wayne, like not to panic, or are you impatient like me? This still should be done, surely.
Well, I can definitely see where he's coming from because.
But you don't agree with him.
No, because look, it's the thing is while I understand completely what he's saying, you know, we can't expect to be challenging on all fronts at the moment and aiming for friggin' winning the title and stuff. So from that point of view, I can kind of understand why why he thinks it's not an emergency to bring all these people in. But I still want to compete, even though it's unrealistic and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, Manchester City are looking so good and unstoppable, and so are Arsenal.
Going to get his heart broken.
And you know,
he's not. No, he's not.
Who's not? Who what?
I said you're going to get your heart broken.
Yeah, why? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's got. I want a positive Alfred back.
When we're fifth, sixth place and not challenging for the title.
No, but I'll be happy with fifth Champions League.
No, hold on, see, you've been the one going, oh, we'll win the league.
No, I said we could compete with the league if we sign 2 or 3 players. This is what I hate about you and Carlito, man. You don't take it out. You don't take one little clip.
I'm just taking what you say. Your words.
Yeah, well, you take one little clip. You don't take the full context. I said, look, we need 2 or 3 players, first team players, by the way, not these youngsters that you guys are gussing up as a signing for Chelsea Football Club. We're not signing players, people. We're signing project players.
Ben Jackson's not a signing for Chelsea Football Club.
Who, sorry?
Jackson.
What did you call his first name?
Jackson.
No, what did you say his first name was?
Nicholas Jackson.
No, he said Ben. Sure, guys, he said Ben, right? He said Ben. He said Ben Jackson. Wayne, can you confirm?
So no, he didn't say Ben. You got something in your ears.
What did he say?
What am I for?
He said Jackson. That's all he said. It was Jackson. Then he said Nicholas Jackson.
Hey, guys, in the comments, what did he say? I'm sure I heard Ben Jackson. Alfred, what can you tell me?
What can I tell you? I don't know. I didn't hear.
Oh, he said Michael Jackson.
I can't say it.
What?
No, in the comments, the same MJ that he said, and he's lagged out, people, unless it's me.
I'm not lagged out. I'm here.
Oh,
He's lagged. Oh, he's back now.
not sure.
I ain't got no popcorn Wi-Fi like you.
Well, look.
I think I just say I think you misunderstood what I was trying to say earlier. I'm not sitting
Oh, here we go.
here and saying that about. I'm trying to explain is we got to not spend that 100 million and just keep spending all this money in the position we're in. I think at the moment we've got to be sensible, like we have been doing with the signings, and not spending loads of money, try and balance the books. And then next season, when we're in the top 4 and we need to spend the money, we can spend the money on whoever we are, and we still can be in financial fair play. Because it worries me that we're not going to we're going to be out of sync with it all again. What are you doing that for, you idiot?
What do you mean?
That what are you doing with your head? Whatever you're doing.
I'm saying big up because he said big up to me.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah. The crybaby. You're on about the crybaby.
Anyways, I'm not involved in this today, people. We'll move on from this.
Yeah, the violin's coming out. Don't you worry. Dee 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 dee.
There we have it, folks. Commercial break is over and done with. Back to football. Alfred, we're linked with Robert Sanchez from Brighton, the goalkeeper. Brighton, according to reports, open to a loan. Any interest in the player?
To be honest, I don't know much about him, so I can't comment.
Oh, my. You play FIFA. You watch football religiously. And you don't know this Brighton goalkeeper?
No, I don't watch Brighton religiously, so
You don't watch Brighton? We signed half of the team recently.
oh well. If he comes to Chelsea, I'll learn more about him.
Well, let's talk about Cavani. Do you still want Cavani at the football club if we don't sign a striker?
Actually, I asked Matt a bit earlier. I don't know if you saw. Lukaku back or sign Cavani if you had to pick one.
Ooh.
I purposely avoided this question because it was a load of nonsense.
I thought that might be the case.
If it was Lukaku or Cavani, I'm going to support the Belgium team.
Before I forget, actually, so like Lukaku's not part of the under-23 squads. He's not even getting up to train with him. He's just training on his own, keep himself fit. Hudson-Odoi is with the under-23s, getting game time.
Sauce?
And
What's your sauce?
Sauce is what I listened to Pochettino when he was making his interview. If you listen to it, he said it about it. And yesterday they said about Reece James coming on back home on his way. He said it on the commentary.
As in, he's coming on his way now.
Yeah,
Or...
he's on his way now. He should be back for. Won't be playing for Brighton game, but he'll be back for the game after that. I can't remember who we're playing after that.
Who said it? Sorry, who said it? Who said it? Sorry, who said it?
Well, it's probably Jason Cundy if it was the.
Yeah, Jason Cundy and Matt Adam Davis.
I'll message Jason Cundy right now to confirm.
But yeah, this is the thing doesn't make sense of it. If he can't play for the Brighton game, why don't you just keep him and play for Barnet and then bring him off after? You could play the Barnet game because I imagine it's afternoon. I don't know. I'm just guessing that if Sadiq will confirm that for me.
Right. Can I just answer the idiot in the comments, please? Because that's a bit.
No, just leave it.
Just leave it, man. You're better.
No, I don't like it. I don't like how he wants to be a bully.
See, Wayne, man, this is what I have to avoid, bro. This is why I don't want to invite people on the stream.
But I didn't start this, did I?
We've kept it real. Let's just move on. Let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Can I give an unpopular take?
Yeah, go on. Let's hear it.
All right. Yeah, you remember a gentleman called Sadio Mane?
No.
No, come on. Look, we still gotta bring in a striker, right? Now, I want to ask you because I'm not exactly sure. Did he ever play or play much for Liverpool as a striker, or was he mainly a winger?
Predominantly a winger.
Winger.
I
think there was a tiny little spell he played as a. It wasn't really a strike; it was more of a false nine type thing. But it wasn't.
Honestly, I reckon better than bringing absolutely no one in for that position. I would actually give that a go.
Yeah, but Alfred is on 400k.
He's on 400k.
Huh? What?
He's on 400k at Bayern.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it. No, for me, just no.
Well, at the moment, obviously he'd be taking a pay cut if he wants to go to another bigger club now. He's getting a bit older. Nobody's going to offer him that much.
Saudi.
Well, if we wanted to bring him in for half that wage and he agreed.
But I think he'll go Saudi.
But you wouldn't take him if you said like for half of what he's making now? Give him a go, put him as a striker.
I'm worried of his injury record, personally.
Fair enough.
Hakim Ziyech style people.
Not even Hakim Ziyech style. It's more. I'm thinking more Eden Hazard type.
Oh, do you guys want Hazard back?
No.
How old is he now?
32.
Has he gone to Inter Miami?
There was talks about it, but it died down, so I don't actually know if it's happened or not.
So I think Wayne told me about it. Wayne, did you hear anything about it? Hazard?
I think that's the next target. Jordi Alba signed today for him, so he's now in, and I think he's Hazard's in the next target.
Has Busquets signed?
Busquets is signed. Obviously Messi, Jordi Alba, Iniesta's supposed to be getting spoken to as well, and Hazard.
It's basically just our Barcelona FC and then Hazard on top.
Yeah. Sorry,
You
guys.
know
I
what?
just had a DM. I just had a DM right now. Someone asked me, "Can I time out Patrick Bateman?" We'll leave it, man. We'll leave it.
No, just leave him. Leave him. We like a bit of freedom of speech, freedom of expression. As long as you're not abusing people, let's just keep opinions in there.
That's right. I think Alvin was gonna ask something, but I cut him off. No, sorry. Guys, I'm only available for a few more minutes. Wayne, you got any questions you wanna ask?
I've got one. If you look at it at the moment, with all who signed the signings and everything, where do you see Chelsea finishing?
I think minimum top 5, definitely. I think that's realistic.
I said 5th place.
Yeah.
Can I correct something on the stream? With this new format, is it 4 or 5 places we get for Champions League? Because I've heard like 3 or 4 different things.
5.
Because I know it was 2 people who are not in the top 4. If their coefficients are high enough, they get put in, which that then got massively poo-pooed because it was like Super League type shit. And then I heard that there was a fifth place was going to be a Champions League, but I'm not sure if that's a real thing or not.
No, that is.
What, 5th place?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. 5th place.
Yeah, so then I'm happy to give you 5th place. But I think we will be fighting. I think there are clubs that are ahead of us on the curve. Arsenal probably ahead of us on the curve at the moment, even with Mr. Kai Havertz can't volley, can't cross, can't.
Did he score? Apparently he scored yesterday.
He didn't score anything. He's the only player in history to do the MLS Skills Challenge and not score a volley.
No, but I mean he scored an actual game.
Oh, he might have scored an actual game. I haven't seen.
Yeah, there was a volley in the game.
It was a good goal as
well. Of course, he scores a volley in the game. But anyway, Arsenal will be better than us, I think. Obviously, Man City.
Arsenal, Liverpool, City.
I don't know. People keep talking about Liverpool. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be that far away from us because
come on.
No, but to completely rejuvenate the midfield like they are, it takes time to gel. Obviously, they've got well, hold on. Let me finish. Let me land. If there's the midfield is going to be Lavia potentially if it goes through, McAllister, Sablotsai. Who else? Because Thiago's going, Fabinho's gone, Henderson's gone. My point is that's a very young midfield.
No, but listen, they're not finished with the business. I'll tell you something. Even though they were average last season, they still showed moments when they stepped up.
Yes, but that is a very young midfield. It'd be very naive to go in with that midfield. I've heard they potentially might go.
Why is that naive? But our midfield is okay.
This is what I'm saying. Everyone keeps moaning about our midfield being so young, but yet then no one.
Yeah, but look at the way Liverpool play. Look at the way Chelsea play.
Yes, but I'd argue we've got a World Cup winner in our team. They don't.
Yeah, but a World Cup winner, come on, man. I love Enzo Fernandez.
This is the block side. What has he actually done? Realistically.
Bro, he's cold.
Wasn't even the best player at Leipzig.
Oh.
Then you've got Lavia, who all he's done in his professional career, not to be rude, is get relegated. And then McAllister. All right, McAllister, fair enough. You got a World Cup winner there.
McAllister won the World Cup.
I'd argue McAllister wasn't exactly first team all the time, whereas Enzo Fernandez was a very pivotal part of that World Cup in the team. That's like saying, I got Lautaro Martinez, a World Cup winner. And that's all Lautaro Martinez did was miss goals. So, yeah, and I mean, Nkunku is a lot more. We got to realise Nkunku is actually a lot older than people think. He's 25, so he's very experienced, played a lot of football. So, and this
German
is what No, but he's played in France as well. He's not just played in Germany. He's played for PSG as well.
You think we will use him as a striker?
Yeah.
I don't think Chelsea want to. I think he was
But they
planned to
will.
be an attacking midfielder, but I think he'll be. Well, I don't know, because then you don't have anyone in attacking midfield. That's the problem. I can see them. I can see it being Jackson is up front, and then Cuckoo will guide forward as almost a hybrid between a number 10 and a second striker, which I think is in Cuckoo's best role.
Mudryk would be a good attacking midfielder now, I reckon.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be on the left.
Fair enough.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to big up Matt for giving me a late notice that let's stream, but I made it happen.
It wasn't that late. It was. I messaged you early afternoon. It
Well, I
was
was
not
so
my
busy.
fault.
I wasn't even on
It
Twitter.
wasn't my
I didn't
fault
go
you
on
didn't
Twitter
reply. So you gave me this.
Yeah, I didn't go on Twitter for like 5-6 hours for once. I'm busy with work, unfortunately. But once I saw your message, I made it happen. As always, when the stream is available, we make it happen. Tell Carlito I said goodbye. Carlito is not on the stream, my friend. It's me that's controlling everything. When I'm on the channel, me, Matt, Alfred are controlling. Or if it's just me and Matt, I'm controlling. Or if it's me and Feroz, then I'm controlling. But when Carlito is on, it's controlling. So make sure you guys remember that, man. Yeah, no super chat, unfortunately. None of you guys wanna support me. But it is what it is. Alfred, it's a pleasure seeing you again. It's been a while.
Yeah,
But
likewise.
I do need to speak to you guys soon. Not today, but very soon about the watch-alongs for the game. Obviously, me and Matt hopefully can do some. But I think Matt is away in September to Belgium. I think it was.
Yes,
Yes, I think it was a Bournemouth game. I think 11th of September. You're away.
Let me check. Let me check the dates now. I'll have a look.
So yeah, he'll be away for the watch along for Bournemouth. So maybe might get some Alfred in. Maybe he's around. But yeah, like I said, people we'll be doing a watch along for each game. Hopefully, maybe a little review after the game. Reece James has landed in USA. Apparently, way more to confirm. So Matt, what day you away?
So 16th is a Saturday, so 15th, 14th. From the 12th to the 18th.
So any games on the 12th to 18th, most likely
Bournemouth, and then I have a sneaky feeling there might be a League Cup match.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll
probably won't even do the watch along for the League Cup. We'll probably just do a review anyway. But yeah, guys, we'll catch you soon. Like the video, subscribe. We didn't get 80 likes, unfortunately, so no super chat. But tune in every single day to this channel. There'll be a video, there'll be a stream, one or two from myself, Matt J. Ball, Feroz, or maybe a special guest, Alfred, as always, people. But we appreciate your support. We'll catch you soon. We're out. Peace.
Peace, everyone.